on the occasion of Ugadi, let us contemplate on the meaning of Ugadi and what is the relevance of that to us. What is Ugadi? Beginning of a new era, Yuga Adi. It's a beginning of the beginning. There was a beginning for the universe. The whole world was created at some point of time. The beginning of that beginning is called Ugadi. The first time when the world was created, so that is called Ugadi. How many billions of years are over, we don't know. When Brahmaji created first time the universe, that day is Ugadi.
That means it's the Big Bang. If you follow the Big Bang.
Today, if you say Big Bang, it could be Big Bang. Now, Big Bang itself is the beginning. We don't know, right? Many of the new theories says Big Bang itself was a blip in the whole series of Big Bangs, right? Many times the universe got created. Where is the beginning? We don't know. So, beginning of all the beginnings is Ugadi. Okay. Now, what did Brahmaji do at the beginning of the Ugadi? He meditated, and in meditation he saw the entire creation, and the creation started as per his vision. So whatever is happening today is unfolding of the vision of Brahmaji, which he started some billions and billions of years ago. Okay. Now, if that is so, why do we celebrate Ugadi every year? It's around billions and billions of years are over. Why do you have to celebrate again and again and again every time, every year? So why do you celebrate Ugadi? So, anybody?
Call for liberation.
After 365 days,
Uh,
revolution becomes so after
Ugadi is Brahmaji created the universe. Now, why do you celebrate Brahmaji created the universe today? What is your relevance? You can celebrate your shop opening every year.
Yeah.
You can celebrate your birthday every year. But why Brahmaji created the universe and you are celebrating today?
He created today.
He created today.
Now that Samvatsara, Manvatrama Samvatsara.
Everything comes, but why celebration?
For the change it becomes celebration.
For change it becomes celebration. You're okay? Kannada? English? You're comfortable?
No, absolutely.
No problem, right? So, Brahmaji created the universe, and why do you celebrate every year the Ugadi? You can
has to be a part of that.
So, there is a reason for celebration of Ugadi. So, Brahmaji is a big Brahma, you are a mini Brahma. Okay? So, he is a big guy, he has created the whole universe. You are also small Brahma, mini Brahma. Okay? You are a part of the creation and you are a co-creator. Right? You are a co-creator with Brahmaji. You are a participant in the creation and you are also part of the creation, and also you are contributing to the creation as a co-creator. Right? What is a co-creator? Somebody who is a part of the creation, but you have a role to play. Brahmaji has a big role to play and you have a small role to play. Okay. So to remember that you are a creator, you are a mini Brahma, you are celebrating this. Brahmaji's job didn't end with the creation. Your job started with your birth. Now, how are you co-creating with Brahmaji? How are you joining Brahmaji in the creation?
Self.
As what?
Aham Brahmasmi.
That is your understanding. How are you creating as a part? Participating in this creation?
Part of the self, sir.
One kind of
The universe is a part of the self.
Universe is a part of the self. Mini Brahma. Do you have a creation? Now, is your creation beautiful or ugly or painful?
And
both the things.
Both the things. Huh?
It depends.
It depends. It depends on what you are. So, there are two creations. Okay, God's creation and individual's creation. Can we give me a God's creation? Example?
Ourselves.
God's creation
Nature.
is sky,
Universe.
Nature.
stars, sun, moon, sky, the mountain, the rivers, creation of Ishvara or the God. What is human beings' creation?
pollution.
The pollution of the rivers, killing of animals, destruction of the environment. Okay, lot of activity
Which is in favor of him, he will create that.
which is in favor of human being will create that.
They will create
Yeah, but then we are actually partly destroying the bigger creation,
nature.
nature, right? And also you have a creation of your own, your house, your family, your children, your job, okay, which is required for your survival. Without that you cannot survive. And also you are contributing something to society, to the environment, to the living beings. Okay. So is this creation of yours in tune with the larger creation or out of tune with the larger creation?
It's parallel.
It's parallel. Is it adding value to the creation or taking out the value from the creation? Some are some are adding, some are removing. So equal is equal to positive or zero or negative. Huh?
Present environment is negative.
Negative only. Overall, the world wise it is negative only. So the Ugadi is the day which you remember that Brahmaji created something, is universe. It's a day of respecting Brahmaji, the creator, okay, and remembering our role as a participant and co-creator in this creation. Okay, we have a responsibility of maintaining what is there in the creation, if not destroying it or if not adding value. So how is that? How does that come? How do you maintain or add value to the creation? That adding value to the creation comes in the form of yajna, offering. Okay, whatever you can do to bring harmony and value to the creation is called yajna, contribute. Whatever you take out from the creation without contributing will destroy. So for example, let's say you cut the trees, you are destroying the part of the creation. Okay, you have cut the trees, but are you planting the trees? Okay, right? You are polluting the river. What are the measures you are taking to stop the pollution of the river? So these are all what you call as your value addition to the environment. Okay. So all of us have a basic courtesy. If you go to a public platform, railway station, you take something and throw it on the platform, right? You are making it unclean. Each of you have a responsibility to make sure that you don't spoil the public platform or environment. So that we know in the schools, in the buses, in the trains, but that is also required for the entire creation. So to remember that I am a mini Brahma, I am a part of the co-creator, I am a co-creator. What value I can add to the creation is Ugadi. That is the Ugadi of Brahmaji. This is the Ugadi of you. The day to think, sit back and think how I can contribute.
Taking resolutions.
Hmm?
Taking resolutions.
There's a difference between the resolution and Ugadi. New Year's Day, every time you take a resolution to be repeated next New Year's Day. Right? So, one New Year Day, you decided that I will lose 25 kgs in 1 year. Next year, New Year Day, I will lose at least 20 kgs. Next New Year Day, I will lose at least 15 kgs. On the fifth New Year Day, I will lose at least 2 kgs this year. Next New Year Day, you'll start with a new resolution. Forget about losing weight, that doesn't work. So, it's not about resolution, it is understanding responsibility. Okay. After understanding responsibility, what I can do, what I can contribute is what you have to think over. That's called Ugadi. And this is called Yadna. Yadna means offering. There are 5 types of Yadna. They are called Pancha Yadnas. Deva Yadna, Mitra Yadna, Manusha Yadna, Bhuta Yadna, Rushi Yadna. Deva Yadna means Devatas are the forces of nature. The forces like forces behind wind, forces behind water, forces behind sunlight, all the forces of nature which are required for our survival. We have a good air to breathe and water to drink. It's given free of cost. The sunlight is given free of cost. The sky is given free of cost. But you pay for electricity, right? But you pay for water. But you pay for shelter, which is space. But also you pay for free air in 1 day. So most of the polluted cities are. Bangalore is also one of the most polluted cities. 1 day you may have air masks, oxygen masks when going to the office. You may have to pay for the air also. So these devatas are responsible for environmental balance. Whatever we can do as a contribution to the environmental balance is called Deva Yadna. Deva Yadna also involves pujas. Okay. Whatever you do, homa, puja at home is also part of Deva Yadna. Then second part is called Pitra Yadna. Your existence is contributed by your ancestors, taking care of them and taking the wisdom of the ancestors to the next generation students is called Pitra Yadna. Why is that important? Is in earlier days, the 3 generations used to live in one house: the grandparents, the parents, and the child. Some amount of wisdom used to be passed on in terms of communication. So now that system has collapsed. Whatever you do to educate the child the spiritual education of the child is also Pitra Yajna. Manusha Yajna is whatever service you do to human beings, people in difficulty or people in need, is Manusha Yajna. Bhuta Yajna is taking care of animals. For our survival, we displace a lot of animals. In today's world, animals are cultured for killing. They are ruthless. They are treated ruthlessly. They are killed, and they are used like objects. They have life. They have a right to life, like I and you have, and they have a pain when they are dying. Okay, their pain and suffering caused by human beings becomes a curse on human beings. Look at the global map today. There are multiple continents. Please tell me which of the continents are most disturbed?
America,
Not disturbed, very disturbed places.
mentally.
Middle East.
Some part of the world. And look at the way they treat the animals there.
Okay.
Very violent. Whatever you do to the animals will come back to you. That is bringing love and compassion to the animals is Bhutaya. Somebody who kills an animal ruthlessly doesn't mind killing and torturing another human being ruthlessly, because animal is only a practice for him. Have you seen recent videos how people are killed in front of the camera? Those people mercilessly kill the animals in the same way. The animal killing animals become their practice for killing human beings. The violence becomes the violence you impose on animals. The God, the seed of the divinity is in you. You have the potential to be divine. You have the potential to be one with God. God is human beings' potential, the ultimate potential. Nurtured properly, a human being can grow into a divine being, and perhaps God Himself, attain oneness with God. That is the teaching of Rishis. So now this teaching has a purifying impact on the society and individual. How does it have a purifying impact on the individual? Imagine one child is called every day, you are a useless fellow, you are a monkey, you are a useless fellow. Then what happens to the child as it grows up? A negative attitude is developed in life. The child becomes a burden to the society. Whatever words you speak to somebody causes impact in their consciousness. It affects them. By your words, you can convert a human being into a demon. By your words, you can motivate a human being, to inspire a human being to achieve great heights. By your words, you can bring divinity in a human being. Your words have the ability of transforming a human being into divine. But your words require conviction. You cannot just like say that you will tell your child now, oh my god, what is it, chinna, gold. Right, you call your child chinna. Chinna means gold, right, because we like gold. Right, do you call your child god? Huh? No, don't like god. Huh? Bangara. Bangara karte. Yakanದ್ರೆ gold is what you love. But do you love God? Then why do you call the child as a God? Why do you keep the name of the child as Krishna, Rama? Okay. So the idea is to invoke a divinity in the child. It's just not a name. You are trying to bring out the godliness and God characters in the child. But are you really bringing it out? First of all, you should be clear that why you are giving the name to the child and what does it mean to the child. You are invoking the divinity in the child, the godliness in the child. But are you able to educate the child about godliness? Do you have the wisdom for doing that? Do you have the conviction for doing that? That wisdom and conviction comes from your own understanding of life. That understanding of life is given to us by rishis. So first of all, we have to learn the teachings of rishis in the form of Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita. Then we should be able to impart that to the next generation, to those people who need, with clarity and conviction. This is what is called Rushiyadna. And also imbibe that in your own life, so that your own life becomes beautiful. So this is a part of Rushiyadna. Rushiyadna purifies the people, brings divinity in the people, wisdom in the people. So that is Rushiyadna. So this 5 yadna is what is your contribution as a mini Brahma to the creation of Brahma. To remember that is the day of Ugadi. Is it clear? Any questions? That's not the end of Ugadi. This is only beginning of Ugadi. Okay, I'll tell you what else is there in Ugadi. Right? Understand? To do that, what is required? Already mind is polluted. We jump like a monkey. Okay? We are agitated. We have emotions. We have fear. Right? First, you have to learn to be free from these disturbances, turbulences of life. First, if you are negative, already full of negativity, what will you contribute to the environment positively? First, you should learn how to live a life which is beautiful. What is beautiful life? A life of equanimity. A life of equanimity. As life, दुखेषु अनुदिग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृह वीतराग भयक्रोधः स्थितधि विरुच्यते. Don't get depressed when you have sorrow in your life. Don't jump with joy when something favorable happens to you. दुखेषु अनुदिग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृह वीतराग. Become free from attractions and repulsions. Bhaya, krodha, fear and anger. This is the life of an equanimous person. Equanimity. Why that should be? Why is that important? Why should you not get depressed when something bad happens to you? Please tell me. Why should you not get depressed when bad happens to you? It lowers your what is it? Lowers your energy. Okay. But is it wrong? people think that getting depressed is normal if bad things happen to you. It's not considered abnormal. It is considered most normal. But according to Krishna, it's not normal. Right? You have a better way of living. Don't get depressed when things don't go in your way. Why should you do that? Tell me. Anything which can happen to you is temporary. If you get depressed, you will cause a chain reaction that what temporary thing happened will become a part of your life. What happened one day, you keep on thinking over it for 20 years. You understand? Something happens to today. Why carry that burden for 20 years, 40 years, 60 years, 100 years?
Because he thinks that it should be not happen like that.
But then drop it. Everything is temporary. By one thing what happened one day, why are you destroying your rest of the life?
Because of ego, I think.
Because of whatever reason. But ultimately the right way of living is, okay, something happened today, accept it, this happened, go ahead in life. Don't damage yourself and others because something happened today. Some momentary negative thing. Okay, something positive happened, very exciting. Then why should you not jump with joy? Is it wrong? Is it wrong to celebrate? Something happened today positive. Is it permanent? Even that will go. You got a job, a very good job. Within few days you realize that you have a tough job on hand. Your boss is extracting every rupee is paid to you. What you consider as good today, okay, it loses value tomorrow. Nothing is permanent, neither good nor bad. So why should you get excited or depressed when something happens in life? Take it in a cool stride. Vitaraga, Bhaya, Krodha. Attraction, repulsion. I don't like this. I hate this. I love this. Why? Why this attraction, repulsion? The moment you say, I hate this, what happens to you? There is a disturbance created within you. More than that, internally there is a disturbance created in you. You are creating unnecessary disturbance for yourself. Why? There are many things in the world which you don't like or like. What you like or what don't like, why should it cause some impression in your consciousness and disturb your internal life? An external thing should disturb your internal life. Accept this is how it is and go ahead in life. Vitaraga, Bhaya, Krodha. What is Krodha? Anger. Why do you get angry? Tell me, why do you get angry?
Expectation.
You have some expectation.
What about Vidhi?
What is Vidhi?
Let's talk about Vidhi.
Things do not happen in our own way.
That's called Vidhi.
No, we get angry.
Okay, we'll come to that. When things don't happen our own way, we feel helpless inside. And that helplessness triggers a reaction called anger. Right? Now, is anger right or wrong? The moment anger is there in us, we lose our control. I lost my cool. In anger, people do what all unspeakable. So the effect of anger is you are losing control of your own awareness. So to be in control of yourself is to be free from anger. So this is what is told as Sthita Prajna by Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Ugadi Habba, Ugadi festival of Ugadi, is a celebration of state of Sthita Prajna. Celebration of a state of enlightened being. So Ugadi, I told you, is Brahmaji created the universe. So you as a citizen, a participant, a co-creator of the universe, have a role to play. That's called yajna. If you play your role properly, mind will become purified rather than disturbed. And it will lead to a state of a enlightened living called Sthita Prajna. Any questions? To remember that, we eat the neem
Bevu
bella, neem patta, and sweet. That whatever comes in life, I will not be disturbed. I will live a equanimous life. Is the essential message of Ugadi. Why is that so? We are the children of Brahmaji. We have a responsibility to perform in the form of yajna, and in the performing their responsibility, we purify ourselves and become closer to God, and we attain a state of equanimity called Sthita Prajna. Okay. So out of that, one thing is there called bhaya, the fear. What is the fear we are? Sukeshu, Dukeshu, Anudigmanaha, Sukeshu Vigatsva, Vita Raga, Bhaya Krodha, Bhaya, fear. What is the fear we have in our life? Please tell me.
Death.
The fear of death, fear of our name getting bad,
Fear of losing money.
fear of losing something, ultimately fear of losing your physical, psychological identity in some way, losing relatives, relationship, all are nothing but losing something. The fear, losing your identity is fear, real fear. You can overcome fear only when you realize that anything happening in the world, nothing is happening to you as your consciousness, Chaitanya. Anything happens to the body, mind, but Atma is not affected by any of these. You are not the body, not the mind, not the intellect, but pure Atma, the consciousness. From fear is, so Ugadi is also message of becoming fearless. How it is taught? On the day of Ugadi, you change your old clothes and take a new dress. This is in remembrance of Bhagavad Gita sloka, Vasamsi Jirnani Yata Vihaya. The clothes, Navani Grahnani Naroparani. The old clothes are thrown away and you wear new cloth. Similarly, Atma throws the old bodies and takes up a new body. No birth, no what?
Co-creator.
Live fearlessly.
Huh?
Live fearlessly.
You are a co-creator and you have a responsibility. You are not irresponsible. Okay? The responsibility is in the form of yadna. Yadnam. And if you do that, live life of yadna, Sri Krishna says you will be freed from sins. What is that sloka? No. Free from okay. So the life in and around you, please remember somewhere the yadna has stopped. That's why have you seen these old movies? Rishis are performing yadna. Suddenly some demons will come and throw something into their yadna. Right? Now is it real? Is it that way it happens? It is actually the demons are nothing but human beings only. Disturbing tendency of human beings. Okay? And somebody is performing yadna means good way, good activity. The people with the disturbed mind can disturb it. But by performing yadna, what happens is you are bringing the teachings of rishis to the society. In the process, you are making people bringing the divinity in the human beings. Where the yadna performance has stopped, there asuras will be born, demons will be born. The place will be full of people with the demonic tendencies. When this yadna has stopped. Okay. So you are mini Brahma, you have a responsibility, yadna is your responsibility. By doing the yadna, mind will become purified. A purified mind will develop the wisdom. What wisdom? Of equanimity. Okay. So by developing the wisdom of equanimity, we will live a life of enlightenment or Jivan Mukti. This is the summary of Ugadi. Any questions?
ಗುರುಜಿ ಒಂದೇನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಸೊ ಅದು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಈಗ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಕಡ್ಡಿ ಇದಾಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಭಗವಂತನ
ಅದು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್, ಅದು ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. Nothing will move without the will of God. And then you do some nonsense and say it's because of God. Okay, God becomes a what do you call it? Excuse. It's not like that, right? There are two creations: God's creation and human creation. When the human creation is out of tune with God's creation, it is because of the tendency of asuric tendencies, which are opposite to divine. So where it comes from the ego. Now the person who does that, he may say it's God only did it. That is his excuse. Ultimately, if God has done that, he will be contributing positively, not destroying it. Okay, now when he means say that God, without God's will, nothing will move, which is true. Nobody can breathe, nobody can talk, walk, without God's operation, energy, right? I can't. My heart is beating. My eyes are able to see. My ears are able to listen. All because of Chaitanya consciousness, me. Without that, I can't see. Without I can't hear. True. But creation, the responsibility is that individual, not God. God gives the facility. For example, you teach the child, all the facility to us. Using that facility and this is the patient. Sindhu. A word Sindhu is has been changed to Hindu. Sindhu means ocean. They are called Hindus. Sindhus. Why that wisdom was there? Because the rishis, they established mechanism of teaching, so that teaching becomes a common day knowledge. It was available in day-to-day living. The value of spiritual education, it's important. Then people are saying Vietnamese monk was distributing the food. The queue was, and the possibility, okay, and a small child was standing at the end of the queue. This monk got pity on him. A child, come and take this food, so that the food will make it over. You take this food. The child said, "There are many people in front of me. Let them take the food. If food is left, I will take." Okay. The child had lost both the parents, complete family, and he is an orphan. Now, how did this come? It came because of spiritual education. In the 12th century, there was a teaching called meditation, Zen, which was dhyana, which went from India to Japan, China, and China to Japan. In Japan, it became Zen. That Zen practices of equanimity they have introduced in all aspects of their life. They have introduced spirituality in life. That gives the strength. The tsunami was there. Have you seen a single cry with heartbreaking cries like this? They are able to accept death with equanimity. Spiritual teaching. The earthquake was there. People who were eating the food had to run away from the hotel. They ran away. When the earthquake struck, they came inside, paid the bill. This was how was India taught to the world. Living life equanimously. The tsunami is there, accident is there, war is there. With the peace, internal peace, accept it. Do best what you can. That is spirituality. Spirituality is not about growing beard. Spirituality is not about running forest. Spirituality is not going somewhere. Spirituality is imbibing the highest values of equanimity. That's why in your day-to-day living. If I have to give an example, I'll give you an example of Japanese society. So to remember that, we celebrate Ugadi. Any questions?
Navratri is also there today.
Today's?
Today Navratri are also starting.
That is Vasantara, that Sharad and Vasantara, two hours. Yeah.
So how is it related to Ugadi?
That I have told in the story of Navratri.
How they are related? How today only Navratri is also there.
There are the two Navratris, Sharad Navratri and Vasanta Navratri. There are two Navratris. Navratri is about Shakti, the divine. One Navratri is celebrated in Uttarayana Kala and other Navratri is celebrated in Dakshinayana Kala. Uttarayana and Dakshinayana meaning I have already told somewhere. Path of light and path of darkness. So worship of the mother for bringing the positive qualities in us is called Navratri. This is the way of life, right? So I have to purify myself. So worship of the mother, Shakti, to purify myself is Navratri celebration. Okay. So any questions?
How today, but why both the things on the same day? Or is it coincidental?
I don't know exactly the reason why they same day, but that's how. I think the season, Sharad Ratu, what is Vasantara? This Vasantara. Vasantara starts
Chaitra,
Chaitra.
Vaishakha, Vasanta.
Vasanta Navratri, right?
Vasanta Masa Shuru.
Vasanta is actually season of blooming. So that starts from today, the season change. So that time, as a mother, as a prakriti, the nature mother blooms today. Blooms start blooming when the season change happens. So in celebration of it is Navratri. Okay. So bhajan ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು ಆಯ್ತ್ರಿ repeat
Guru Mahima, Guru Mahima. Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima. Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima. Guru Mahima, Guru Mahima. Guru Mahima, Guru Mahima. Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima. Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima. Kim Vachaniyam 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 Guru Mahima. Guru Mahima, Guru Mahima. Guru Mahima, Guru Mahima. Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima. Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima. Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima. Apara Mahima, Guru Mahima. Ajam nirvikalpam nirakaramekam Chidanandamanandamadvaitapurnam Param nirgunam nirvishesham nirevam Parabrahmarupam Ganesham bhajema Parabrahmarupam Ganesham bhajema गुणातीतमानं चिदानन्दरूपं चिदानन्दभासकं सर्वगं ज्ञानगम्यम् मुनिध्येयम् आकाशं रूपं परेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम जगत्कारणं कारणज्ञानरूपं सुरादिं सुखादिं गणेशं गुणेशं जगद्व्यापिनं विश्ववन्द्यं सुरेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम मानस भजरे गुरुचरणम् मानस भजरे गुरुचरणम् दुष्कर भवसागर तरणम् दुष्कर भवसागर तरणम् मानस भजरे गुरुचरणम् मानस भजरे गुरुचरणम् दुस्तर भवसागर तरणम् दुस्तर भवसागर तरणम् गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय 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 शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव मानस भजरे गुरुचरणम् मानस भजरे गुरुचरणम् दुस्तर भवसागर तरणम् दुस्तर भवसागर तरणम् गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम् मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम् तर भव सागर तरणम् दुस्तर भव सागर तरणम्.
So we'll meditate for some time. This is a different type of meditation, what we call as creation. Okay, in meditation, life, we live life unconsciously. That unconscious life is because of your conditioning. Social conditioning, religious conditioning, family conditioning, different conditioning we live. Our mind becomes small because of this conditioning. If you become aware of your ability as divine, you will live a conscious life, not unconscious life. Okay. From an unconscious life to a conscious life is journey of life. This is what is meant by asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya. It was the light. So, how do you lead a conscious life? Unconsciously, you have created so many things around you. If you have a choice today, how will you live your life? Tell me. What difference will you do? You have your life is because you know as I am a woman. You know yourself as I am such and such a religion, belong to such and such a religion. You know yourself as I am so and so. Suppose you understand that all of these are false. None of this is true. You are actually divine. You are the child of the divine. With this knowledge, if you want to live your life, what difference will it have in your life? Tell me.
Nothing to anything.
How do you live your life? How do you relate to society? How do you relate to family? How do you relate to the office? Will the office vanish? Will the family vanish? Will the society vanish? How do you relate as a divine child to all of these? Huh? That is living in the present. But how do you interact with these? You'll stop the interaction? Then what do you do?
Think, separate yourself from that.
Why you are separate? When God will require some isolation, what? Huh? How will he live? Will he run away from the society? Or will he say isolate? I know this is some bad things are there. I'll isolate from this. Huh?
Be fearless with love and compassion.
And what action flows out of that is your creation. That's a conscious creation.
It's as it is.
No. A conscious creation, unconscious creation, is there a difference? Conscious creation is how you create a positive energy and value all around. You let us imagine, okay? There's a big crowd, and Krishna comes to the crowd. So will this crowd be safe? Will not?
Will not be same step running towards Krishna.
No, they don't know Krishna is there. Okay, Krishna has not come with his usual fancy dress. Okay, he has not come with the fancy dress and flute and all. Okay.
Then nobody will know. Then they will.
Wherever that divinity is there, there will be change all around. There will be a positive change all around. Not automatically, by his presence. A flower is kept in some place, that fragrance of the flower will be felt. It doesn't require somebody to tell there is a flower here. If light is kept in the room, the darkness will run away. You don't need some, oh, this is light, somebody has to give a teaching that this is light. Similarly, a person who is evolved, divine, in his presence, the environment will change to a positive direction. Understand? So, that's what happened to you when you start living consciously. If you are living unconsciously, I am a body, I am a woman, I am man, I am husband, I am so and so, I am from this khandan. Arey Baba, you are none of that. You are not a man, not a woman. Okay? You are pure consciousness, Chaitanya, which is God's divinity, divinity in you. You are the representation of God on the earth. How will you live? No, I want isolation. There is some negative thing happening. Are? Oh, you part of the negativity? You become the change agent for the divine kingdom on the earth. That's what is life. What all you do to maintain your khandan's maryada? Namma, khandan, what is it? ನಮ್ಮ ವಂಶದ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಉಳಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಭಗವಂತನ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಉಳಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಭಗವಂತನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ತೆಗಿತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Understand what I'm saying? What did I say?
We don't do anything for God. We are actually God's children.
And you don't do anything, but you do everything for your khandan, for your family, for your name, for your husband. Everything you do, forgetting that I am the nature of God.
Creator. Child.
Okay. So if you will people life around you will be different? It is. Will that make a difference? You will not go like.
Start with a suspicious look.
Start
Start with a suspicious look. That is what we
you started suspicious look. So you'll have so much of energy, positivity inside you. Wherever you go, you start, that is felt.
positive vibrations will come out.
Come out of you, people recognize it. No. That is Ugadi. Now what is not happening? Tell me. You didn't know Ugadi. How many years you celebrate Ugadi?
Ugadi was over 2 times.
शशिधर कॉल कर रहा था, क्वेश्चन इनका कहना था, क्वेश्चन मुझे
Shashida has WhatsApp questions, WhatsApp. Hello. WhatsApp ಅಲ್ಲ WhatsApp. WhatsApp. I am Prabhu here. WhatsApp. Send it on WhatsApp. ಅದೇ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಾನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. Okay. So he has a question. He's in America and he's asking a question. Okay.
We can do hangout. He can ask and we can listen.
Actually came online and gave me download. I don't know why. Yeah, you can actually ask for me.
Okay. So is it clear? So what will be your life different? You can hear the Ugadi message and all. Ultimately, life has to change. Otherwise, Ugadi is Ugadi. Every year, next year also you celebrate. And another 50 years also you celebrate Ugadi. But right? So let us for a moment, okay, for a moment, you in your place, God is sitting. Okay. Let us say instead of you operating, God operates through your body and mind. You understand?
You get scared.
God is only operating. Only the ego is not believing.
So let us say visualize that God is operating through your body and mind. Just look at your family, just look at your house, just look at your society and visualize what happens and tell me. I want to listen. Are you clear? Is the question clear to you?
But I don't know if it is.
Not on that.
Not in this room.
Not in this one.
This room is tested easily.
No, but you can't tell.
No
Okay.
need to tell.
Is the question clear to everybody? Will you be the same idiots living your life like that?
It has already been proved.
God only can tell.
God only can tell. Okay, now you do the meditation and I want to hear answers after that. Okay? This meditation is not one-way teaching. So close your eyes. Yeah, close your eyes.
How to know what is his perception?
I'll tell you.
How can we hear that?
Huh?
Can I able to hear God's this thing?
Why you have to hear? God only speaks through you. God only hears through you.
You're only God. Imagine it.
Your consciousness itself is God. How can he hear? He is operating through you. Then what will happen?
God, why you here?
Okay, close your eyes. Breathe in slowly, in and out. Become aware of your breath. As you become aware of your breath, the mind becomes silent. You start feeling deep peace within. There is deep silence within. Feel that peace, feel that silence, Now visualize the divine light throughout your body and mind. Flushing out all the impurities, purifying you, the divine operates through your body mind complex. Your body mind becomes the instrument of God divine. You become the divine child operating in the world. Now look at yourself. What are the changes which are happening within you when you realize you are a divine child? How peaceful you become. With this wisdom, look at your family. Visualize how you interact with the family with the wisdom that you are the divine child. What difference does it make? With this wisdom, look at your work environment, whether it's office or home. What difference it makes the way you work at office or at home? Will there be difference? Visualize how you work at office or at home with the understanding that you are the divine child. Now look at the society. How do you interact with the society with the understanding that you are the divine child? Look at the animals, living beings. How do you interact with the animals and living beings with the understanding that you are divine child? What contribution you are making as a divine child to all round welfare? Slowly open your eyes. So, now tell me, what did you visualize? What did you see?
The chart with my itself as
confused so much.
First you said that
Yeah.
But maybe it's so or not, but I've been looking life the way you have been telling it. Thinking that body mind concept.
Yeah.
It has been like that for me for a lot of time.
Right.
So my attachment to the family or anything is, but this is natural process. And so I really feel that whenever I am with a person, I have that thought of environment and it's always flowing in me. So I just experience that.
Okay.
So I see that way.
Okay. So anybody else? Yeah. Somebody else?
first you said that what God expects from you. God said that I am the creator, don't destroy with your ego. After you said that what you contribute to the family, God said that be positive, love and compassion.
Very good.
And you said that what you contribute to your work, be positive and keep clean and tidy.
Very good.
And you said that what you contribute to your
Society.
Into your society, you contribute love and compassion and peace.
Very good.
And what you next you said that what you contribute to animals. Ahimsa Paramo Dharma.
Very good. Very nice. So any questions? Okay, Shashidhar has a question. I'll answer. No, Shashidhar is online. So what is the role of conditioning in the way we live our life? How can we change the conditioning? So conditioning in our life. So there's a, I don't know whether how many of you have seen how elephant is tied. Elephant is tied with a thin rope. It is not very strong rope is required for elephant, tying an elephant. But if elephant wants to cut that rope, it just can pull it. But it doesn't do. When the elephant was a baby, they're tied with the same rope. As a baby, it cannot cut that rope. So it believed that rope is very stronger than me. But the same rope is used also after the elephant becomes big. Still, it believes that rope is. I cannot cut the rope. It
Conditioning is a strong belief.
Conditioning is a wrong belief. Very simple. You have infinite potential, infinite ability, divine potential in you. With your conditioning that I am a human being, that potential gets limited to my body and mind. With your conditioning that I belong to so and so religion, your thought process gets restricted to that religion. With your conditioning that I am man or woman, your thought process gets conditioned. So what happens is that what you can do, what can happen through you gets limited based on your belief systems, thought processes, and conditioning. Just drop that. A infinite will uncover through you. The divinity will shine through you. Then what happens is beyond all limitations. Any questions are there? So we'll close for the day. We'll chant and do that later.
ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಅದು ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಏನ್ ನಮ್ ಸುತ್ತ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಹ್ಮ್
ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಜಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅದು. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್
Blame
ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಈಗ ಏನಾರು ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾರಿ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ಸಾರಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳೋದು. ಇವನ್ ಶಶಿಧರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ನಾನಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಮಕ್ಳಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಇವನ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಸಾರಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಯ್ತು, ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಒಬ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಇದ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋಕೆ ಒಂದು ಇದು.
Yeah, it changes the family, changes society. You bullet together. What are you?
We work at the same place.
Okay, you're artist. You're also artist, or you're different?
I'm a marketer.
Market.
He's a producer.
Okay. ఏంటి అది నేను బ్యాగ్ స్విచ్ అవుట్
ದೀಪ ಇದೆ
सदगुरु ज्योत से ज्योत जगा कृपा बरसा सदगुरु